And start. Start of the stream.
Oh, time for Duke Nuke them. Balls, 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 balls.
Yeah, that's great. You're funny.
Really?
You're hilarious. Why don't you host a talk show?
Yeah. By which I mean, welcome to the stream. I'm
Hey,
Narrator Rabbit.
I'm Kitty Cat Herder, and
I'm Space Ghost.
I can't believe we
Space
stream with
Ghost.
Space Ghosts. Are we streaming from coast to coast?
Well, yeah, that's what the show is called.
We're streaming on at least one coast by the looks of it, because it's a beach.
Yep.
Nice.
This is the stream of Duke Nukem. Likes a beach. Although it says there Duke Caribbean.
Oh yeah, they lost the trademark on his name. They had to rename him to Duke Caribbean.
Damn. I'm sorry. Now I'm just thinking of like Duke Nukem, like an AU, but he still looks the same, but he's like a white like Latino guy, and he just speaks. He has a bit of an accent, and like some of his references are different, but it's like he's still the same guy. He still has to chew asses and kick names, and he's all out of names.
So, real talk. So like before he was Duke Nukem, they had his name was like different because of Captain Planet having a character called Duke Nukem.
They had Duke Nukem as it's spelt today in like the first Duke Nukem game, if I recall. Then there was the worry of, oh, are we going to get in like a copyright dispute over the name? Let's change him to Duke Nukem with a U instead of an E. And then nobody cared, so they just went, let's just like call him Duke Nukem again.
Nice.
Yeah, copyright shouldn't exist anymore.
I mean, I mean, there's some things like if someone like the Among Us people, like Ender Sloth, I think like they should still be able to make it without. Well, then I say that, but like Fortnite, I was gonna say like, oh, they should be able to like make their things and it have some amount of protection for bigger companies. But I know Fortnite basically had a mode that was just straight up like Among Us, including like the imposter and the maps being like Among Us maps and everything. So like it didn't really do that too much anyway.
Yeah, copyright laws, like, I'm not saying get rid of them, I'm saying they are so archaic and only, like, really serve the interests of specifically the Disney Corporation.
Pretty
Yeah.
much because they lobby for it. And also, companies shouldn't exist either.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Fight the power.
Row, fight the power.
No, not that one. I mean the. Fight the power perk from Fallout New Vegas.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, going to grab some food, then we'll start.
Alright. But, God. You know what? I only saw, I think, up to episode 10 of Gurren Lagann, and I remember thinking, like, oh, like, by the sixth episode mark, like, oh, they're already having a clip episode, huh? they really had to stretch the budget, huh?
Yeah, I think like episode 4 or 5 like has such terrible animation quality, like that I just went, huh? Does the show get better? Because my brother actually made me watch all of Tengen Topper and Lagann, saying, oh, it's the best anime ever made. It will change how I see anime. and kind of didn't.
Yeah.
It's okay, like it's good at points, but I never got the hype.
Nice difficulty. They changed the difficulty names.
Kahuna.
Time to crash this party.
Caribbean Catastrophe. Yeah, these are new assets, and they aren't hidden by the mature content stuff.
How do you like my
And they
Jiggle,
get
jiggle.
big when you get close. Anyway. And look,
I-
they changed the costumes. And these are also walk around and aren't affected by the content stuff. And also kind of annoying,
Are you just going to obliterate them?
maybe.
Oh, that's a shotgun or something.
Yep,
Is that a super soaker?
Skin. That's
Yep.
cute.
new enemy. These
Nice.
You're ruining my vacation.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going swimming in the fountain. Oh, bananas.
Ooh,
Friendly shark.
None.
Oh no.
Those are
Pineapple.
woohoo when you pick up stuff.
Yeah.
Pineapple is obviously the grenade. The pipe bomb.
God. Nice.
Time to crash this party.
Super Silkum.
Super soakum.
Ikam Pokum.
Yeah, they drew new stuff on the pig cops. They did
Nice.
so much work for this.
Yeah, this is like I barely seen much of the original Duke, and I still need to watch y'all going through the one episode. But yeah, this is like really impressive.
Yeah, I like that there are multiple variants of the Hawaiian shirt pig cops.
And seagulls.
Yeah. Oh, you're just gonna shoot down the seagulls for your 100% kill rating.
No, they poop on you.
No.
Ah, I can't jump from there.
Nah.
Thought they could. Oh well.
Yeah, it looks like you could try to do like I only know the term from like Super Mario Brothers, but like a sea jump. Like it's not exactly. Well, I think it is basically trying to do a sea jump there,
Look at this water.
sorta. Love it.
This is like original stuff. And there's that.
Yeah. Not. I almost want to say I want more games to have water like that, instead of like we have to make everything as realistic as possible and use so many resources and like we're we have a storage on like silicon so we can't like get enough chips for our like PS5s or whatever.
Oh, speaking of, did you hear about Star Citizens having bed sheet physics?
The what game?
Star
What?
Citizen.
Star Citizen?
Adding
Oh,
in
Star
bed
Citizen.
God, I've heard few things about that game. One of which
Star
is
Citizen
Yeah.
is a game you could talk about for hours. It's it was infamously like probably a scam when it was first like created years ago. People sunk so much money into it, and there was nothing shown from the devs for years. And to the point everyone thought they just ran off with the money. And then it turns out that all of that money was going into making a absurdly detailed game that just like things that you wouldn't even really care about modeling in games for some reason. Nope. Everyone's just enjoying their time off.
Oh boy. Oh, it's dead. Okay, it's dead.
Mm, yeah. Eventually,
yeah.
Star Citizen did. I don't know if it's gotten an actual release or if it's in beta or what.
It's definitely
But
in a
it's-
forever beta.
Yeah,
Oh, also,
like an early access one or whatever. But it's extremely funny that development has been going on for so long for it, and they just keep announcing like absurd things. Like, it's like, why do you need this in the game?
God, yeah.
just
I just remembered hearing like some months ago that like for like for the beta or whatever, it's like people like would just spawn in and start like killing each other. So the devs like, okay, no one gets a gun, and you know, though you think that would solve things, but no, if you apply too much like morphine or whatever the game calls like the healing drug that you can get that you, of course you spawn with like a dose of, then you like OD on it and die, right? So people just keep going around like injecting people with like drugs,
Yeah, because it
and it's
isn't
like
a
what?
hostile action to heal someone, but also you can make them addicted to morphine. Ah,
And it's like, why does the
horrible.
game need this? I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, the answer probably is it's going to be an infinite like beta, so that they can siphon off as much of the money as they can get away with.
yeah. That's probably what the point is now.
yep.
It's a game which models like when you land on a new planet, it goes through like full docking procedures as you're flying down to the planet, like landing in spaceports, going through the spaceports, going to public transportation, getting on a train. This process can take an hour.
Ugh,
Yeah,
God.
it's like this is a thing that you need to do to get to do literally anything in the game.
Ugh,
And you will need to do this multiple times to complete any quest.
God.
Let's play, what was it? Elite Dangerous? And
I
look,
was gonna say,
Pearl Health. It's Atomic Health. But Pearl.
ah,
And let's better look at the enemy,
Oh.
new enemy.
that's cute.
And armor is sunscreen.
Yep.
The elevator.
God. No, I'm now just so happy about Outer Wilds. Oh my God, that triple poison shooter. Ah, I see. But yeah, like Outer Wilds, you can just kind of like land on planets, and like you still have to like. The game does have like physics, and you have to like be careful about it. But you can just like land on it with your ship, and like the
Shut
solar
up!
system. Oh no!
Wow, James, you sure showed that SOB who's boss.
Damn! I can't believe. I can't believe James is beside this.
Yeah.
Just obliterating that woman for
I
just
wonder if you
walking
would
there.
get the Zyborn cock thing. Please, she had a family.
Johnny.
Oh.
God, they're
Please,
still
says
screaming.
John.
Killing them
But,
does not fix things. Anyway, here's the
Yeah.
area we couldn't get to earlier.
Hooray!
Voodoo ring. It's in the shrinker slot, so it's a shrinker.
Nice.
Shrink ring, do your thing.
Oh, there's another one.
Are you going to shrink her? No? Okay.
No.
Oh, I should have showed that. There's another one. Yes, see.
Damn. But God, I was gonna say, Yeah, Outer Wilds is like a whole solar system kind of miniature in a bit. So it doesn't take too long to travel to other planets where they have a kind of semi-realistic physics. But your spaceship could just land on things and like, yeah, that's kind of the better way to do it than you spend an hour docking at at the planet's official space dock or whatever. God.
Hot sauce, which is steroids. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping a jar, like keeping an entire bottle of hot sauce in the fridge and just chugging it, getting power of steroids.
What? Wait. Wait, hold on. My ring. It's gone. Why is my ring gone? Shut up.
Did you use up all of your ammo for it?
No,
No,
it
we
shouldn't
picked up more
disappear.
ammo.
It doesn't disappear when you use up the ammo for it.
Oh, then I have no clue.
That vent was filled with so much ammo for the voodoo ring.
So that opens up a secret area. That the seagull crapped on me. Ah, again.
No.
Time to crash this party.
Oh, I guess that entire area wasn't secret, but this was.
Huh.
Is this a credit card there?
Yeah, it's the
Sure.
key.
Okay, that kind of makes sense for like a beach holiday themed game.
Yep.
Yep. I still love that you have the coconut gun. It fires in spurts.
Like, if it shoots you, it's gonna hurt. The end. Juke nuke.
Ah! That's a load, not a save! Oh, damn!
Yeah.
That explains why I didn't get the... Why I didn't have the ring.
You've been saving, you've been loading the game instead of saving.
Yep. Oi!
Time to crash this party.
Okay, no more shooting women. It clearly doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drink that respect women juice. It's in your second item slot.
Also, the credit of the bananas is the health thing.
Nice.
Portable medkit.
The banana.
Oh, well, I used it again. On accident.
God. Can you imagine just chugging in? I mean, the thing, yeah, I guess just chugging an entire bottle of hot sauce, and like while running through a vent.
Oops. Oops.
Yeah, so you got the ring.
Time to crash this
Oh, hey, a monster closet. Well, at least they resist. Like, they gave you the shrink ray, you could step on tiny women, but at least they resisted the urge to give you a gun that turns people into pool toys.
God.
They only shrunk part way.
Oh, you had to hit them multiple times.
No, that's not it at all. It usually shrinks
No?
them all the way. Yeah,
Weird.
That seagull. Yeah, see, that crate banana got used after I healed. When I healed. Yeah, see?
Huh.
I thought of an idea while watching Space Ghost. Duke Nukem would be like a host of FPS Space Ghost, and his guests would be other FPS protagonists.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining, like, I know, like, Eric and Andre, like, yeah, they have the whole thing. I think one of them's like a landlord, the other one got the NFTs or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
but, like, some of the vibes from the show were pretty, like, some of the weird bits they would do were pretty great. Like, I can just imagine Duke with Doom Guy and I'm trying to think of another silent FPS protagonist. Oh, Gord Freeman, and they're just both there, just kind of nodding at each other, and like you'd ask them a question, and like at most they'd just like grunt or like maybe chuckle, and like just kind of look at each other.
Using wall sound. Hmm.
Secret place.
Well, Doom Guy, maybe this will make you talk more. We've got a special guest today, an old work friend, and you hear the arch file activation noise.
Okay, our trial activation noise makes me think of those posts about cat activation noise.
Honestly, the Revenant activation noise is probably like a better sound, but the arch file one is the where is that arch file? I need to kill him right now.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to the episode I really remembered yet. Partially because someone was streaming and I wanted to watch them. But the episode I really remembered was like pod people invaded it would eat people if they fell asleep, I guess. So they tried to stay awake. And near the end, yeah.
Oh, keep going now. Yeah.
I'll give an excuse for my insomnia.
God.
And near the end,
I have got-
they like, oh, go on.
Oh, is this still Space Ghost? Or
Yeah,
Coast to
Space
Coast?
Ghost.
Okay, I was really confused for a second because I didn't know that they had an episode like that. I'm like, oh, like the Bugs Bunny parody of Pod People, or but all right. Oh yeah, towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end of the episode, they like find they are drinking coffee. And it's like, hey, where'd you find this? Oh, I found it in that place. And Space Ghost is like, wait a second, this isn't coffee, it's decaf! And then they all fall asleep. And the
Nice.
episode ends with like a guy telling us to go to a website for what really happened. You know, since it's Space Ghost, it's like a goofy thing instead of like a cop out. Still kind of a cop out, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's like so much they can do with like do we really, you know, the writers, like, do we want to really invest in Space Ghost and company being replaced by Pod People? I mean, what's the difference if they were replaced by Pod People? Imagine if Space Ghost and friends and co-workers, at the very least, did get replaced by Pod People, but they're written to be like slightly different from the original Space Ghost. But like, somehow like
Oh,
the original
shit.
people. Oh no,
That's
you
7
you
years
cursed the
back,
save file. Yep. Oh yeah, but like people like ended up liking the Pod People more than the original. characters.
Seems like something that would happen on that show.
Yeah.
Hey, what will you point that to?
Sunglasses, which are the night vision, which made way for Duke Nukem Forever having the awful sunglasses night vision stuff.
Oh, I've never played Duke Nukem Forever. I think I've actually wait. I think I may have played or seen someone I knew in high school play like a few minutes of it, maybe 30 minutes top, before we stopped playing.
In Duke Nukem Forever, you can actually crouch in the like jacuzzi tub that you start the game off in and drown in it, which is the only good ending to the game.
Yep.
Yeah. All jokes aside, it's infamously bad,
Yep.
Yep.
which is why
It's-
James is inevitably going to stream it.
Oh no.
I would have to get like a modded version for that one
Yeah.
part.
Hmm.
If you know Duke Nukem Forever, you know that part.
I think I know of that part that you're talking of.
It's one of the most infamous parts.
Yeah, the less said about it, the better. Ice Crusher?
Okay, well, bye. Yeah.
Good.
It's the freeze gun.
Yeah.
Let's
Nice.
get the freeze ray out of here.
Wait, I think I'm missing secrets. No, don't open them. Well,
That's a
whatever.
road, not save, James.
That. Yep.
I know, I was just checking. I know I missed something somewhere.
I'll take what's behind door number 1.
This is annoying. So it's like a puzzle where you have to like open the doors for the prize.
Oh boy. Nice.
Which is why we're just no clipping. God damn it. That. And correct one is the key card. Sandals are the protection boots.
Nice. A spell of no clipping.
The dark spell of no clipping. And that's ammo food. Nice.
The dark magic of friendship.
You no clip through the walls, ended up in the Duke Nukem back rooms.
The back rooms.
4,000 babes.
Fourth. Now that sounds more like a back room's worth visiting.
Yeah.
No, like weird entities I had to fight with specific objects. No weird faction things. Just me and 4,000 babes, just doing hot girl shit.
I'm just checking to see if I missed anything because I feel like I did. No, I didn't. Okay. But yeah, you have to use specific items to kill the enemies or like fight them off at least. Sounds like adventure game, the worst kind of adventure game stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like a really bad like
Sort
LucasArts like imitator adventure game with the worst like moon logic, where it's like, oh, of course you're supposed to know screwdriver FF 6969 was needed to kill entity 400 420 69. Oh, God.
Yeah, not gonna.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, sorry. It's just funny to think about that. Of just at first, like, oh, the idea of the back rooms of a world, and kind of like, oh, you can easily use this for like themes about like, just kind of consumerism or like,
Isolation.
mass consumerism and our isolation and all this other things, and then it's just like oh, it's just someone's weird like adventure, like
It's just a
that they're
procedural
setting.
generated dungeon where you fight monsters, and it's like, okay.
You took the most boring route. Congratulations.
Yeah. God.
Okay, this one's a little weird. You have to, like, push up against a certain part of the wall here. Damn it. There it goes.
Nice.
Well. Okay.
Can't believe it's the most faithful port of Donkey Kong 64 I've ever seen.
I
Not
go all
done.
the way through this.
Oh,
I feel like I might have messed up somewhere.
you've definitely been here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went over there instead of over here. That's what it was. Anyway, the Conchinator. It's the Devastator.
Nice.
Pair of conches.
uh. Now, since you just walked past a, oh nice,
Ruining my vacation. Oh god, that noise.
that sure is a noise.
Jesus Christ.
I wish it was less that. Goodness. Oh, by the way, I don't know fully what all this means, but apparently something happened in the UK with some various seats.
Yeah,
and I just know
it's
that-
local elections. Apparently, the Conservative Party, who, like, if I've ever mentioned it's because I hate them, have lost a ton of seats. It's good. Shouldn't
Nice.
have any.
In, like,
Yeah.
Ireland?
Oh, not just in Ireland, across the whole UK. In
Nice.
Ireland, in particular, they lost seats to Sinn Féin, who are like an Irish party who were. I wouldn't really try to explain what they are, because they were involved in the IRA, and that's really about all that I can say without going into a lot of detail on that. You probably don't have the context for.
Yeah, that's fair.
Basically, they're kind of a weird outlier party. It's just extremely funny that the Tories have just lost pretty much every council that they had.
Also, I don't know what makes that door open, that one booth open. I never, I like somehow
Yeah.
open it and then just don't remember how to open it again.
Oh, the one right at the start of the level?
Yeah, the red one.
Yeah.
Well,
I think-
I mentioned.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was gonna say I mentioned the UK and the different seats. It's because I saw this on Twitter of like
Oh.
someone it's like it's happening .gif as a caption for the image of the one famous Star Trek screen cap of Data saying the Irish unification of 2024 that got that episode censored or just basically banned from the UK for
Yeah,
years.
it's controversial. Like, I couldn't begin to explain what the whole deal is with the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, and yeah,
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
it's because only one of those two parts of Ireland is technically still in the EU. There was a lot of there was the whole problem with the Good Friday Agreement, which like fixed the borders of the two Irelands, so it didn't, devolve into outright domestic terrorism. Uh, there's a lot that can be said about that era of Irish history, and I am not qualified to talk about it. This is extremely funny that Brexit may have, like, at some points, was on the verge of being stopped just because Ireland would go, no, we will actually start a civil war if you do that.
Christ.
They didn't even take my weapons. Well, that was easy.
Yep. But no, I definitely need to look more into the history, or get the modern history of like the split of Ireland and all that. But at the same time, it is just extremely hilarious to just see, like, with no context, just it's happening. That GIF and just that Star Trek image.
Technically, it could happen, but it's. Again, it's. I can't even think of like a metaphor that I could use to explain this to you.
Yeah.
It would. It's not quite the same, but it would be like if Mexico said, actually, we'd quite like that part of Texas back, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a whole mess in itself, and I also cannot get into that without, like. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, God.
It's time to limbo.
Great. I don't have the brain space to think too much about, but God, the Louisiana Purchase was a bonkers thing that even happened. I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're just gonna give you all this land for pretty cheap, and it's like, oh, cool. And that up being, well, one of many things that just kind of led to the United States being what it is today, of like having all this land that, well, according to like those national powers, officially belonging to them.
All this stolen land.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's not actually.
No, what was that?
Yeah, there's another one there.
Ah,
Yeah.
Ah, fuck, wrong button.
Kind
Ow.
of on a tangent from like land. I've mentioned in Gun Show chat that like in the process of interviewing for a job, just paying quite a bit better than what I had. As well as being like based in Wales, and when I was looking up like, okay, what kind of apartments can I get in Wales? I was getting no results for my budget. And then I realised that's because everything in that budget range in that part of the country is like 2-bedroom houses. Like I could
oh wow.
legitimately just straight up rent an entire house. Like enough space for multiple people, and I'm like, oh, okay, that explains a lot.
Nice.
Not I'd mind moving to Wales.
So, 2-bedroom
Robert-
houses are cheaper than apartments.
Well,
No, it's just that, like,
for that price range in
It- I
Wales.
don't
Yeah.
like apartments aren't really as much of a thing there because it's just cheaper to build houses over there.
Huh.
It's not like where I'm staying now is fairly close to London. Like this this flat is fairly big because it's kind of on like the very edge of what you could feasibly commute into London from.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hold on.
but like Wales not being in the London's weird property, how would you even call that? Like not being in commuting range of London means that it's like you get twice as much for what you're paying in rent, basically.
Here it is.
I'd have no idea what to do with all of that space, but yeah.
More than what rich people do. Nothing and just sit on it.
Yeah, I suppose I actually would have uses for it if it's like. It's not like it's mansions or anything, it's just houses.
God.
Yeah.
Crash this party.
Oh.
Kinda crash this party.
Great. I was about we're still in the global pandemic. I was about to say, I don't know, have a game room or something.
Yeah, if. I mean,
Inviting
not
people.
comfortable having people actually over to my house, yeah. Which might be a thing at some point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
definitely improving in the, like, allowing myself to be seen by people front.
Notch's depression McMansion.
Yeah, I remember as soon as you, as Mary said mentioned, I just remembered that.
Oh god, that mansion.
It was like
Where he's
meant to
got all-
be a party mansion too. And he was the only person.
It's not for
Yeah.
lack of people. Like, people were saying, hey, do you want me to come and hang out? Like, do you want to have, like, celebrities come and visit you? It's like, no.
Yeah.
And he just kind of got weird. Like, admittedly, he was a bit weird before that, but he
Money does.
really, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't help.
Then again, I just assume all rich people end up like that.
I mean, basically, some way worse than others, but yeah. I keep before you pick it up. Each time I see that pearl health or whatever, my brain wants to say, just call it
Egg health.
egg health.
Duke just breaks an egg in his hand and eats the delicious yolk.
God.
Egg health.
Is there anything else in here?
Wait, did you activate that switch?
Yeah.
That was behind the
that.
chair. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the chair. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, you kicked it. Yeah, I didn't know if you like actually like activated the switch.
Oh, that opens that. Okay. That's the switch. I need to look at the. Okay, no, nothing in chat.
Yeah.
Ow. Ah, fuck. And there's Cha Cha galore. See?
Good for her.
You somehow avoided obliterating her.
Well, I didn't shoot a rocket.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
shrinking her down and stepping on her, if you're into that.
Oh no.
I'm not. I'm not. I just wanted that woman to shut up. Okay, I'll keep that there for now.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? No.
No,
I hear you, Commander.
seeing that performer there just reminded me of John Woo's Stranglehold. If any of y'all play that game, there's a section where you're in like a fancy bar and like there's some musicians that are playing and like the gangsters you're fighting against like force them to stay put and like you can try to defend them during like that firefight and like each individual one can die and they stop playing their music and their instrument stops appearing in the track and it's just like it's great whenever you save all of them and like at the end of that like encounter like this just all playing their songs but also it's very funny in a dark humor sort of way of you're like frantically you're like you're barely alive after that fight and you kind of look around and you just see like the bass player still frantically just like jamming out and it's like just them and it's like I'm sorry pal. Like I did my best.
Yeah. Just nobody with a bass.
Yeah, they just keep playing. They don't have any running away animations or anything, so they're just there, and it's like this is like a really great bit. God, that game was fun, but
I haven't played it. Okay. Yeah, I can take the thing now.
not nice. Like
I can
I
also drink.
feel like
That's only do it if
Banana.
necessary. Okay. What else were you saying?
just Stranglehold's a really fun game. I just need to pick it up at some point. I guess for PC, if that's an option, because I know originally it's like for Windows, like games on Windows or whatever. Like it's that old like online service. I don't know. I think maybe Good Old Games has it for just like without that old Windows online service that no longer exists, which I hope is the case.
God, reminded that Fallout 3 has problems with that, and you need to patch it with fan patches. But New Vegas works out of the box.
Well, yeah, I think they stopped doing the Windows Online by the time New Vegas came out.
But also, they updated New Vegas a lot.
Yeah, I think there was an update to deal with that, like the issue of the Windows Online, but yeah. Who's bouncing on the bed? Or I'm guessing not supposed to be bouncing on the bed.
I mean, it's Duke
God.
Nukem. I'd assume it was bouncing on the bed, just because that'd be funnier.
No, that would be
Ah,
funnier.
fuck. Okay. So I'm hearing myself a bit.
Oh, Banana?
Okay, hold on. Let me check. Okay. Well, almost done. Where's the blue key? I heard someone. Not over there. There it is. Oh, those guys.
Impactivation noise.
Secret 5, another pearl health. Oh, those things. Oh,
God.
I thought I was in trouble there for a second.
Yeah.
being so close to an explosive. I wonder if there's any more crates of bananas. There's the end of the level, but we're not done yet. We got 2 secrets
Of
to go.
course. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I actually passed by them earlier on purpose because, well, one of them is a special secret. And it's also one way to get that secret. Is there...
No. Oh wait, no, you did come through here.
This is a good grab bag remix. Nope. Okay, well. Yep, this whole place is a secret area.
Nice. No, this game seems
A single banana is the 10 health heal.
nice. I was gonna say, I really appreciate how much less difficult Duke, seeing this bit of Duke Nukem is compared to Blood, because Blood's just kind of like it
Yeah.
really starves you for like any sort of pickups,
Yeah.
and it's like I know this is like the beach episode, Life's a Beach episode of Doom Nukem, but still, it's
Doom
pretty
Nukem?
wild. Duke Nukem. Didn't mean to say Doom. If I did by accident. I love how a scuba tank or whatever would have worked perfectly fine for the vacation zone, or, vacation episode, but they're like, no, it's a snorkel.
There's this place. Wait, there's another bunch of, but there was only the
Yeah,
one.
why did they reskin that then? It's just,
Well,
oh, whatever.
anyway.
It's time to limbo.
Now we're in a casino. It's New Vegas time.
It's time to limbo.
So it lists no secrets, but there are secrets. It just didn't list them.
That seems to be a running thing, like a running problem. Not sure it's a problem, but yeah, it's a running problem in some of these games.
Oh. Yeah, see, that is
Of
very
just-
clearly a secret.
Yeah.
Time to crash this party.
Proved. Proved for what? No one knows. Let me grab some more food.
All right.
Yeah.
Not since we're in a casino for some quick trivia. Do you know the world's largest casinos in Oklahoma?
No, I didn't. I've never actually been inside a casino.
Same. I mean, there's several around me, and theoretically, I could go to one of them with like some friend, well, with like some family members or whatever. Just like, oh,
Yeah.
let's go check out a casino. But at the same time, I just still remember, like a screenshot of someone's Twitter. If like, oh, I just went to a casino and I lost $5 at the slot machines, and I already want to blow up the whole damn place. How do like? I feel like, no, that'd be me. I'm just like, you know what? Like, I would
Yeah.
lose like $5. Like, man, fuck this. I mean, fuck this. I'm out. I could have bought something with those $5.
Yeah, the thing is, if you go to a casino, you budget out how much money you are going to spend, and that is like that's not like, oh, I might spend more if I'm on a hot streak. It's no, this is the strict amount of money I will spend. Anything that I win, it's just okay, okay, cool, that's fine. If you lose everything, you go, okay, I've paid for entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, you do not expect to come out of that a millionaire.
Oh,
I say that
absolutely.
as someone who, like, I've never been in a casino, but I've worked in, like, the finance industry, including, like, software for casinos, and I know it's, like, it's technically not a scam, only because they will outright tell you, yeah, you're probably going to lose money here. What if you win some?
God. Yeah.
And, like, all other things aside, like, if you're going there, you treat it as entertainment. You don't, like, go, oh no, I'm gonna throw more money into this to win my money back, because you never will. If you
Yeah.
do win something, then that's great.
Yeah.
Of course, like, my my symptom syndrome undiagnosed. Quite a few of the things that I do have overlap with like compulsive gambling, so that's obviously why I keep a very tight lid on that.
Uh,
Yeah, I worry about that too. It's like, you know what? Casino
Yeah.
may be fun to go to, but also,
Hence having a strict budget for card games and no budget at all for gachas.
yeah.
also, some casinos give you an amount of chips to like see to like bet with, amount of money to bet with.
Yeah.
And you could just bet with that money and maybe you'll win. Maybe you'll lose. Likely
Yeah,
you'll lose.
Yeah, it's
If they're just giving you chips, then sure.
yeah.
You don't treat those as part of your initial budget. Like anything you win or are given by the casino there is just, oh cool.
Yeah.
It's not the purpose of going to a casino, because if you're going to a
Oh,
casino
fuck.
to become a millionaire, you're either working at the casino or you're an idiot.
Yeah.
This is not Fallout. You do not have like at least 7 luck.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I almost forgot about that. The fact that you can get kicked out of all the casinos in New Vegas if your luck's high enough and you just kind of win.
And also save mode.
Yeah. God. God. Those are kind of like the scary thing about them, especially like I know in the states, I think at the minimum, it's required that like 90% of the money that goes into a casino has to go back out as winnings. And the scary thing is that's basically true for a lot of casinos. And then you think like, oh, there's some really big prestigious casinos though. Like you're telling me that like 90% of the money that they get goes back out in
Yeah,
winnings,
they
and
really
it's
make
like,
so much money.
yeah, they make so much money that
Huge industry.
Well, that and also
Yeah.
they probably, have
I
like
mean,
a
the
scam
thing is,
going.
they don't. Well, I mean, they kind of do with the whole like how addictive the addictive nature of gambling can be. Like that's kind of the scam. That's kind of all the scam they need, really. And also, some of the machines have. I know some of them can have like weird luck things. Like I know a common story that may have some like truth in it. Like uh, what's the term? The one-armed bandits. What no? What are those called? The actual names?
Yeah, they're called
Uh,
one bandits.
Slot machine?
Slot machines, yeah, like slot machines. Like I know, like sometimes, like the ones closer to like the door or whatever, but, like in certain places will have like slightly better odds. Like not too much better, but it is like a noticeable amount difference. So that like, the regulars will fight over those like machines and like
Yeah,
other weird stuff
there's
like that.
there's actually like a whole process of certification for like proving that your slot machine design has certain odds. Like, so this is like strictly regulated, but also like they can just put, yeah, we've put the ones with better odds near the door to get people in.
Yeah,
Like, there's a huge industry going on there that a lot of people don't even think about, which is most of these like gambling machines, like any of the ones that look like they're doing anything fancy or anything, don't have any like like is it determinist? Ugh. They don't have any like player skill involved in them, no matter what choices you make. And like, oh, do I like play the Monopoly board one, or do I play the different version of it? Like, that doesn't mean anything. It's all predetermined. All of the animations you see play out on screen, those are just like, oh, the outcome is already determined for you. Right when you put in your money to play the game, because that is legally how it has to be done.
God.
And so you see like instant win games on like the National Lottery's website over here, and if you like quit out of them before they finish and go back into them, sometimes it'll play completely different sets of animations and say, oh, you're making different decisions here, you're like, you got a different number on your dice, and then you end up with exactly the same result at the end. Because of course you do, it's all predetermined.
Yep. God.
It's just set dressing.
Animations reminded me of bowling animations.
Space Ghost Coast. Oh, sorry. Bowling animations, yeah. I don't know if either of you have seen a show called Moonbeam City, which lasted like one season, and it's kind of got a similar vibe to Archer, but like in with a ridiculous like 80s vibe to it. And they're just bowling alleys everywhere in the city, and one of the main characters is like, for an episode, completely obsessed with the art of like bowling lane like winning animations, and like he's also a policeman who's hunting down like someone who's murdering people in ways eerily similar to those, and it's ridiculous. it's blatantly obvious and start the person who makes these bowling alley animations is the killer, and like everyone can see it but him.
God.
It's great. It's probably the single best episode of the show as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Except, like, they're really insistent on the terminology for, oh, you like those dumb bowling alley animations? They're called strike visualizations.
Approved.
And there's just, like, like, if you never watched the show, like, the single best moment in that episode is they come across, like, the serial killer's, like, classic lair, where it's, like, got his trophies and of his kills and all of the, like, dim lighting and ominous stuff going on in it, and it's got this big screen showing like horror versions of all of these like bowling alley animations. It's like a pin driving in like President Kennedy's car, and the bowling ball is the lone gunman, or just stuff like that. And it's just this like montage of increasingly like it's genuinely it would be like slightly terrifying if not for the fact this is bowling alley animations. Just like it cuts between all these gruesome murders that happen to have like bowling pins and bowling balls. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, like uh, Moonbeam City on the whole was pretty decent. There's a couple of episodes that I went, oh, yeah, that one wasn't a winner, but the rest of them, you know?
Yeah.
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 It sounds. I've heard people talk about it, and it sounds like a shame that it only lasted a season.
Yeah, because, like, by the end of it, like, they'd really hit their stride in the kind of absurd storytelling they have going on in it. Uh, a second season could have been, like, really solid, because they'd, like, hit on the right tone for it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, watched a lot of Archer, but honestly, that could have done with a few fewer seasons.
I didn't watch it.
I think
Yeah,
I
fair
watched
enough.
barely any
Yeah,
of
fair
the
enough.
episode of Archer, but yeah, I know it went on for like a lot longer than I thought it did. Like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
on
huh,
like
this still makes
9 seasons or something now, and they could have just not done some of them. It just went on far too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of shows with cartoons with seasons, I had a nightmare recently,
Oh,
and it kind of, sort of was like. And it was like sort of Venture Brothers ish.
Lucky my son, asswipe.
Yeah, anyway, they like find like a hidden, like a turned out to be a third Venture Brother guy, and like one of them starts questioning him and like says some things that causes like these red portals to open up and like try to suck people in. And like
fun.
and like they have to like try to run back home and like while avoid being sucked in by the red portals, and like at one point they were like on pogos with like, and there's like a timer for like when the another portal would open up and suck a specific person in, and openings for the portals would be like doorways and windows and such. And so got to the point where everyone was close to getting sucked in, and so they joined hands together and stuff, but as soon as they got close to a doorway, one person just started disappearing because, well, they were on the other side of a doorway and the portal was on their side.
Uh-huh.
And there was a constant thumping sound during it.
God.
But yeah, that was the nightmare I had.
Yeah.
Very minute wait from this point. I am lucky, and that I don't need to take that long.
Yeah, you got a fast pass.
Oh god. I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't see the full thing about that. I need to
Oh,
finish it
yeah,
at some
you
point.
do. That's one through. Yeah, that's the defunct land one that gets into a weird amount of detail, and then it's like, wait, why did Disneyland think this was a good idea?
They saw money,
Yeah.
and well, that's it.
Yeah.
They saw money.
You see, it's. Disneyland culture is weird, just like the idea of people going to it frequently enough to game the system, like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't exactly come from a family that's ever been able to afford to go to Disneyland. Let
Yeah.
alone like multiple times a year and like knowing exactly how to cheat my way onto rides early or whatever.
So my family, my mom's side of the family has been there twice. Once because they won like one of those McDonald's Monopoly things,
Yeah.
and that was before I was born. And after I was born, long after I was born, like in my teens, we went there for like a sister's birthday thing, younger sister's birthday thing. And my dad's side went there in like 2001 for Universal and Disney.
Hey.
Ah, shit. Ah,
Not. I think I might have gone with my family to Disney World when I was like real little, and the only other time I can think of going to like a big theme park was well, kind of like great. How do I forget the name? Six Flags. Yeah. Once with the family over vacation. I remember that being pretty fun, but also I don't do too well with, or I don't like big crowds anyway. So like it was pretty fun, but I'm like, no, I mean, there are people who like don't get exhausted being around crowds,
Yeah.
or don't get
sounds fake,
anxious.
You know?
It sounds
Exactly.
fake, but they're out there, and it's like, and I was like I had fun, but like I think I'm pretty good with that for a while. But yeah, I can't imagine going there often. Like I think the only place, like maybe a local water park growing up, might have been like the only thing I went to like several times in a year at most.
mm,
Yeah. I mean,
It
it's not like
wasn't
I've
expensive.
been to theme parks. I've been to a few, but it's like aside from Alton Towers, which is a fairly big one, fairly big name one as far as UK ones go. It's things like Camelot, the like Arthur and Legend themed theme park, which shut down like 10 years ago. To be fair, there's like some amazing urban exploration pictures of the abandoned park.
Nice.
But that's aside from that, like a couple of smaller local theme parks, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just I know Disney World's just a whole other brand of like expensive experience. Cause it's like it's
Yeah, which is
Disney
why
and
anyone who can afford to go there multiple times a year is just unfathomable to me.
yeah.
My family did go to Six Flags once, and
Yeah,
we went through
Six Flags.
the sort of zoo drive-through.
Oh, the safari. I
Yeah.
think that's what it's called. Drive-through
And,
safari sort of deal.
A little
Yeah, it's a
scary
drive-through where you
because-
get to pick out the animals you want to eat.
Oh
And they
god,
cook them for you.
we weren't rich enough for that. But yeah, oh wait, what the fuck? What was I supposed to... I missed
Trying to go through that grate or crate or that vent.
Okay, I messed up somewhere. Okay. Anyway, here it is. But yeah, because like, I think the worst was like the monkeys climbing all over the car.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Wait. Oh no, no, I'm not going to ask for clarification there.
Okay. Like I know what Dark is talking about. Like I've never been through one of those, but like I do know what that is. But like I, for some reason, I never considered that they'd have monkeys about that they could climb on their car. Sounds horrifying.
Oh,
That-
it's just climbing on the car. Okay.
Yeah, climbing
Yeah,
on the
that's what I
car.
meant.
Yeah, 'cause you said coming in the car, and I'm
I
like,
Oh,
oh,
said-
no,
what?
she
climbing
said
all over
she
the-
said climbing.
God. I was just
She
zoning
said
out and was hearing like the worst thing possible from there and going, oh, okay.
God.
And going, God, what? I don't want to know if that's what I thought I heard.
Oh no! Oh.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
it could still mean the same thing, which is why I was going, wait, I'm going to assume that I didn't hear that. But apparently I didn't anyway, so yeah.
And you make
God,
fun of
yeah.
me for horny.
No.
Great. My thought process has been completely destroyed because of that. Which I don't think anyone could blame me.
So they're finally here, performing for you. This is the woman who dances in there all day.
Yeah, yeah.
God.
The flashing lights, hell zone,
Yep.
voodoo trip bombs.
I mean, it could be like a mannequin. Like marionette.
Animatronic?
Yeah. On a
Mannequin
track.
Yeah.
comes life and seeks love. Like in that movie.
Yeah.
Like in that movie, Ghost.
Take my breath away. You know, I've never actually watched Ghost. I just know it from the parodies of that one scene.
Yeah, pretty much. Who watches movies, honestly?
I watched a movie. Well, I watched an older movie with my dad last night. Desperado. The second in the El Mariachi series or whatever. Like I've never seen the first one, but I saw the second one and the third one, and the second one is my favorite of the two I've seen. If one, it feels like an actual ending. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I remember all I remember of the third one is, or like, third one being Once Upon a Time in Mexico, was that it's like okay, like like oh, you remember the ending of the second movie? Well, too bad the love interest died or ran off or like something. Like they gave some flimsy excuse for why she's not there anymore, and then the only other thing I remember is that there's a part where Johnny Depp's character, because he's in there for some reason, gets like tortured, loses his eyes, and later have a shootout where like he's able to like after nearly dying gets a shot off on the person coming after him, and then that's sort of it. Which is a weird thing, which is a completely bizarre experience. That's all I remember about this film. It was just like, God. Then again, have you all ever seen a movie or like a sequel where you're just kind of like, did they just make this because they wanted to make another one of these? You know, where it's like it didn't really need like a sequel or anything, but
I swear I know at least one thing where that's true.
but yeah, it's like oh, you know, the last movie ended things clearly, and on like a pretty good note, a pretty fitting note, and then just like, oh, nope, actually, things didn't end.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to say Gremlins 2 was a movie that like didn't really need to be made. Like it's I want to say Gremlins 1 just kind of wraps up everything that really could be wrapped up. And then they went, you know what, we're making another one.
Chris Gilly says, "Oh, no, I've ever seen a movie." Yeah, that's someone in the
Not
chat.
movies?
That's fair. Don't ever watch a movie, not even once. Well, except for the Phantom of the Paradise.
Gremlins,
That's a pretty good one.
Gremlins
Oh yeah, streamed Phantom of the Paradise a few months back.
I haven't seen that, but like Gremlins 2 at least was like sort of like an over-the-top goofball comedy at least. It
Yeah.
didn't take itself seriously at all, and for the better.
Yeah, they got a lot sillier than the first one.
Yeah.
Sort
And
of
honestly, that's the direction you should take that.
knew it was unnecessary and just sort of did whatever.
Yeah, which now I guess speaking of sequels real quick, and another sequel, I really enjoy the fact that Shrek 2 is one of the sequels I can point to. Like, this is an example of one of the sequels better than like the original movie. Like, I still think about like the bit towards the end, set to like, great, what's the name of that song?
I need a hero?
I Need a Hero, yeah.
Holding out for a hero.
Hold out for, yeah, that's the actual, yeah. That was such a good.
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero by the end of the night. Yeah.
And Chris Gilly says, "I only watch films." Throws confetti.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, what? I
Tell
oddly,
us about your favorite films.
yeah, like,
Just
no, what?
escaping critiques of our taste in movies.
I watch cinemas.
Honestly, I was kind of thinking, like, oddly enough, like, 2 days ago, I think, of like, no, what? I want to watch some more, like, classic films. Like, I know Citizen Kane is one that, like, even if it's, like, you know, I know there's a, like, classic films and, like, classic literature can kind of get the same rap, especially how they're taught in, like, schools or whatever. Like, oh, this is the best thing ever, and then you watch it and like, man, I'd rather be watching Batman Forever. Like, but it's like those classic films, like kind of developed like a lot of the techniques and like I guess the language of like photography that like everything else kind of built off of or borrowed up from. And yeah, there can be a use to watching those, even if you don't like necessarily enjoy them the same way.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
if you, like-
it's... Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I was about to just talk over you there, so continue.
Alright, but even if you don't enjoy them the same way, there's things you can get from it, especially if you're like a big fan of films or movies or talking picture shows, whatever you call them. You know? And yeah. You know, the same thing kind of goes for literature, except like I know, especially in the U.S., how it's taught is just the most dry, boring way, and then unfortunately, that's why now we have people who complain that like, oh, actually, critical analysis of media is bad because the cartons are blue because they're blue,
Oh
and
god,
it's like
someone in their people in their Discord were talking about that.
God, it.
Yeah.
I mean, I really hate that got so popular. Oh, yeah.
I have like a very much an example of that in one class where the teachers like were also that. Anyway, the class was like reading A Raisin in the Sun, and there's a part where everything goes wrong in the book, and we were watching the movie version, and it's like the father disappears for days, and they find him in a bar, and I said, oh, he was obviously getting drunk, and everyone in the class was like, no, he wasn't.
What?
They find him clearly drunk in the bar,
Uh,
and it's
Why
like,
would they
he
say
was not
he's not?
drinking to get drunk. And I pointed out earlier, and they pointed out
Oh.
earlier scenes where he drank with friends, and it's like, well, he was clearly drinking with friends and wasn't drinking to get drunk.
I think
Uh,
that's more of an alcohol culture problem than anything.
And
But-
also the teachers were
Yeah.
in agreement on that.
God.
To be fair to one of them, she kept getting lots of injuries over the year. Just
Hmm.
injuries. The other one, not so much. There's no excuse.
But yeah, God. I wish art was taught. Well, man, there's so many problems with public education. I know, especially in the U.S., but probably
Yeah.
other countries too. Just how they teach, what is actually given attention for things. And also, I love how we're talking about this in in Duke Caribbean, Life's a Beach.
It's Book Nukem.
Book Duke.
You can put close.
Yep. God. But yeah. Love that. Great. I remember reading through a shortened version of Flowers for. I keep forgetting the name of Algernon? Wait. Algernon,
Flowers
right?
for Algernon.
Yeah, for Algernon. Which, as someone even in high school, they're like, I have some sort of syndrome, and oh yeah, they were talking about a part where it's like, oh, now that he's smarter, he's alienating a lot of his friends and the other people that talk to him, and he's like, and I was like, no, he's not alienating them, he's just thinking differently now, and they don't know how to handle that because they're just so used to their perceptions of him. And then I remember just being kind of shut down immediately by another classmate, and then the teacher would be like, oh no, that's not the problem. And it's like, man, this younger me huh, that kind of sucks, that the idea of oh no, the people are treating him wrong and he's not at fault for their perceptions of him being weird. That sucks. And then, yeah, no, it makes more sense why that that really felt, that put a really sour taste in my mouth later, or then. Whoa!
Okay, hold on. I can
Well-
load.
Okay. I was afraid for a moment, oh, why did it go to the start?
Oh, wave machine.
Yeah, there's no way to save
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, yeah, wave machine. Oh, no! God. I almost. I know I'll tell that story later, but God, don't have the best of histories of when it comes to wave machine to the water
I
park.
mean, if you want to tell your story, like, yeah.
This is annoying. I
Also, yeah, that does look incredibly annoying. Like, how do you get past this?
just
There's no
checking
clip
for
on.
other items. Yeah, I should probably. I've been able to do it before, but that time just.
Man, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, okay. How long has he been under there?
It'd be funny if enemies just drowned.
Yeah.
That would be.
I mean, usually enemy drowning is just they instantly die as soon as they enter water.
Just like Sonic. Actually, no, not Sonic the Hedgehog doesn't die instantly. God, no, real quick.
Depends on the game.
Why? Yeah, I mean, why do like mascot platformers have to have animations for drowning to death? And like that's just a common thing that so many of them have, and it's like, why? Why do we need this? Why do I need to
Yeah.
see Sonic the Hedgehog reach up for air?
We need to see the last breaths leaving Bob's
Well,
body.
when Sonic dies, he does his normal death animation in water.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I mean,
It's Mario who
I know,
does the
Yeah.
weird dying.
yeah, and Banjo. Banjo does it too. Which is always weird.
Yeah, honestly, like, I grew up with Amiga mascot platformers. There's very little weirder than what you see in those.
So how do they die?
In all sorts of messed up ways, really. Yeah. A lot of those mascots just did not survive the jump to like next generation of consoles.
Nope.
In a lot of cases, deservedly so, because they weren't good. Yeah,
We all know the story
Okay.
of Bubsy.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing like some years ago that like one of the people who got to work on Bubsy 2 actively hated Bubsy and wanted it to fail, and it's like, huh, that's weird. Like, how did that happen? oh, oh, nice.
Clipping on. Huh, okay. Yeah.
Huh. Have to go mini mode.
Well, that's not even my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one wasn't one of ours.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Time to crash this party.
So,
Yeah, I tried to look at. Oh?
which one should we choose?
Mystery.
Second from the left.
Well,
Yeah.
we made a safe, so we're gonna look at all of them. That's Conchinator.
Conchinator.
So let's load again. Second from the left, you say?
Yeah.
Triple poison shooter. And this is like the level exit. It looks like the beginning, but it's actually a very different place. Due to
Huh.
how these build engine games work. And this one is nothing.
Nothing.
Hooray.
Nothing. Nothing.
It's time to
Coconut launcher.
It-
So you just get a weapon or nothing.
Okay,
At
there.
least it's nicer than, you know, just killing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if this is blood,
Kind of
one of these,
If it was
Half of
blood,
these would
one
kill
of them
you.
would kill you.
half of them would kill you. It would
exciting and new.
Which I still need to play lot on my own stream to more thoroughly justify having two of my emotes be Caleb. But then again, just being able to go to any Twitch stream and put like Akimbo Dynamite and then whoa is kind of its own justification, to be honest.
We're the Kimbo Dynamite Club, of course we have that.
Yep. And I was like, no, I want this to be on Twitch, and like, so yeah, Akimbo Dynamite, and then like, nothing stopping me from putting whoa on there, so I did. Oh, the beach walls physics.
This sounds like walk and or roll. Bonk.
God.
Simpsons.
In the Garden of Eden, honey, don't you know that I love you? In the Garden of Eden, baby, don't you know that I'll always be true? 12-minute drum solo.
That's basically the song. The long version, at least.
It's not a terribly long song in terms of like the lyrics.
Well, there went that beat call.
Oh, won't you come with me and take my hand? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole bit was funny.
Yeah.
Also, the episode established consequences for not having a soul better than Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Which was supposedly about the villain not having one, but oh, he was always like that actually. So, what was the negative consequence of splitting up your soul?
Like, there's so much that could have been done there. We talk about Harry Potter all the time, and this is always a thing I come back to, is making Voldemort like a serial killer baby. It's not like post transformation, but like when he was growing up was just a, like, it was character assassination. It made his whole thing not make any sense anymore. Oh, he was born evil. Well, okay, so I guess he was right about the whole bloodlines thing.
God.
Like, you just kill the entire like theme of the series by doing that, and it becomes increasingly apparent that she never actually considered that.
Yeah, and considering
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah, considering everything, like, that's kind of what made me go, actually, yeah, I don't want to cut her any slack in anything anymore.
she probably
Joke.
does agree with him on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needs him to be definitively wrong somehow in a way that you can say, oh, well, he's different
Yeah.
from me. A lot of people want
Evil.
like evil people to be different from them somehow, so they pin the blame on something
Yeah.
they say they
Yeah.
don't have.
Yeah. That's it. I don't have like much to say other than I just don't notice the song that's playing, and like all these songs have been kind of fun, not too tiring or anything. That's nice. But yeah, oh Harry Potter, you weird series that if written by someone else could have actually said anything worth saying.
Other than early on, where it was kind of sort of saying something, and then
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
annihilated that.
I mean,
Yep.
man, the fact that like all wizards, or not all wizards, but like a lot of wizards have like elf slaves. I was like, Huh? Wow, that really just sucks ass. Because I remember, like, I only watched them, like, for the most part, only watched the movies growing up. So it's like in the
Oh yeah, the
movies,
movies cut out a lot of the really like objectionable stuff, like the oh yeah, everyone is elf slaves thing. Is like
yeah,
oh hmm
because it made a lot more sense. They're like, oh, only like this huge raging asshole has like a house elf. Like he's the only wizard we know about with a house elf slave and like a house elf. Yeah, I
yeah
said that right. And it's like, oh yeah, no, that tracks. That like Draco's dad would have like a slave, and like it's
yeah
considered.
because he's just like that. He is an old bigoted. Well, not he's not much older than like the adults. I think he is in the same generation as like most of the teachers. But he is from an old family who just don't see anything wrong with treating people like that, even if they happen to be elves. Well, especially if they happen to be elves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God,
but
end the game with the.
oh, the new one, or
Goblins.
you're talking about an older game?
The new one
Oh,
with the
the
goblins.
Oh,
new
yeah,
one with the house elf heads mounted on your wall.
I think
It's like,
Uh,
oh,
I think they're supposed to be goblin heads actually, which
yeah,
is
either
extra
way,
bad.
it feels in pretty bad taste.
It's like especially nowadays, like. Then again, one of the developers for the game has like been found out to have said and done nasty things. So
Yeah.
it's not surprising in the slightest.
I'm- Not surprising, still sucks.
Wait.
But
No, actually, I'm done here.
nice.
You've got such a big muscle. You've got such a big muscle.
I kind of wish that they the logic or whatever for the woman the levels like they would
Well,
stop saying that voice line after a while or something, or
Seagull.
there'd be like a big cooldown on it.
Fuck you, Seagull.
This vacation is looking
I don't know what he means like that, by that, but okay.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
we have gone over this Harry Potter thing. I don't know if we've gone over it on stream or if this is like my post-stream rants about how like there are so many points like you can fix Harry Potter if you somehow gained the ability to go back in time and rewrite only the last book. You can fix it even better if you can rewrite the book before then. Because book number 6 is that actually Voldemort was born as a serial killer. And also a
Not to mention
Nazi.
6 and 7, Dumbledore just becomes, like, evil. Flat out.
The thing is, he becomes evil but is still presented as actually no, he was good all along.
And that's JK's favorite character, by the way.
Yeah. He flat out is a villain. Even though the books never present him that way, and it's just, oh, this guy is kind of monstrously evil in a lot of ways.
I kind of forgot what all he did.
Like, the always scene is the biggest example of, like, the worst he does.
Yeah, because he's basically manipulating Snape into killing himself. He's manipulating Harry into killing himself, and it's all part of a plan. Like he could have told them, said, "Hey, are you okay with this?" And they would probably have said, "Yeah," but like, kind of manipulating them into doing that seems a bit over the line.
It's for everyone's good. To be a
It's for greater good, as
the
his
greater
actual
good.
Nazi friend would say. Oh yeah, he's canonically gay now, but also he's gay for Nazis.
Oh no.
God, Shrieking Shadow.
So
like,
you're telling me that he's a Hetalia Axis World Powers fan?
Oh
Yes.
God, that.
My brother got weirdly into Axis Powers Hitalia, and at one point, and that's like I put my foot down and said, "No, I'm not watching that."
Yeah,
like, oh,
I remember.
Years ago,
Like
thing.
I remember some friends
You're not
telling me about the
impressed.
series, and I decided to watch. Like, no, what? I'll watch like a few episodes, see what this is about, and then I noticed, like, oh wait, the series name isn't Hitalia; it's Hitalia Axis Powers. I'm like, huh, that's weird. And then it's like, huh, the focus on this really is the Axis Powers during World War II, huh? Like, no, what? I'm good actually. I'll stop. And then I dropped it
I
because,
probably.
yeah,
You dropped it, and you went, "Oh, thank God, I dodged a bullet on that one. I can go back to watching my favorite series, Attack on Titan."
thankfully I dodged that one too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't
glad I
watch
dodged that bullet just by trying to watch first episode, zoning out halfway through, and going, "Actually, this is kind of boring."
Was it 2012?
I have no idea.
Maybe that sounds about right. 2012, 2013 of when Attack on Titan first came out.
Yes, it was.
Like I remember,
If it was 2013, it would be another bad anime that came out that year.
Listen, I have seen no end of bad anime.
But
You
like
probably don't even
really
want me to
bad
talk
anime
about something,
that got
so
super popular, specifically.
yeah, one that you've specifically told me not to talk about. So I'm not
oh
going.
yeah, yeah. Let's not talk about that one.
My only,
But
the only thing I'm going to say is, I didn't dodge that bullet.
Yeah,
I don't
okay, we get it. We won't talk about that one.
but um,
More like a firing
Great.
squad, really.
Yeah.
God, oh yeah, not real quick, but I remember though. Oh wait, no, I don't think I watched any more than like a single episode of it. But I remember some friends buying this like a DVD for like some etchy anime just because like the cover, like the back of the box was just so bizarre, and I was like, it's like something booby anime. I was like, it's so obnoxious, but in like such a over the top way that we couldn't help but laugh at it. And I think we
Yeah.
watched one episode, and then we never watched anymore.
Yeah,
God.
it's a good policy to never watch more than one episode of those.
Cause it's like, oh, is it gonna like play it up for laughs or whatever? And no,
And no,
it's
they
just the
make it
marketing.
creepy.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, huh, I don't want to meet the people that this is marketed towards.
God,
Yeah.
I have known so many of those people. I used to spend a
Yeah.
lot of time around those people.
Yeah, I mean, I played a lot of TCGs, so I know too many people like that. Like,
They are the
Ah.
worst.
yeah,
Like every joke about nerds, that's them.
yeah.
Every joke and stereotype, that is them.
I mean, they are what are called by some people in the TCG community dude pros. Yeah. Kind of people who show up to Weiss Schwartz tournaments with like playmats with naked anime girls on them. It's like, mm, can you get disqualified for that? And then you have to be told, no, you can't.
oh,
No.
It is justified if you use violence against those people.
Yeah.
It's justifiable force.
God, I'm sorry, but my brain just translated that into a like Skyrim loading screen. And it's like it's just it's justifiable force to use. It's justifiable to use force against people like that. For some odd reason, God, I must be more tired than I thought. Like, I'm still good to steer with y'all, but God, that just Yeah,
Yep.
God, nerds. No, I. It's funny being like nerds, coming from like a girl who loves reading tabletop RPG rule books, even and just like analyzing and thinking about like mechanics, and also the kind of person who brings up about like public educational system, the flaws of the public education system during a stream of Duke Caribbean. Life is a beach.
Yeah, I just
Also, I hope
linked
you're
the
okay,
Tumblr
Dark.
post.
Yeah, I'm okay. Duke Nukem
Just linked the
says
Tumblr post. Okay.
just force is justifiable against the government and cops and nerds. Anyway. So you, Mary,
Hmm.
you were going to say something?
I was gonna say that I just linked a Tumblr post, which the original post is just why Schwartz is the scariest game invented, and the replies are talking about, yeah, like this is completely accurate because, and then giving the kind of anecdotes I give about it. It's it was Bushiroad's like crossover card game. They just shoved all of the like licenses they could print card games for into it. So you get like Love Live and like Sword Art Online and Attack on Titan for some reason. And you get just the worst people playing it. I don't even know if it's still like an ongoing game. I hope it got canned at the same time as Buddy Fight, because if anything deserved to go, it was that.
It shut down
Oh.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Good for her getting so much work.
Ow.
Hopefully she's not overworking herself, but yeah, no. I mean, I know someone who played Vice, and there's some like fun decks of like Angel Beats and like this one goofy anime where it's something destroy the like a card like something I forgot the name of the character like destroy the world where it's like it's if you get the setup right like you basically just clear the whole board and the
Yeah, but it
card art
crosses over for a lot of ones. You're like, oh, right, these just have the creepiest fans, and now we have to deal with their like naked anime girl playmats at every tournament.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah.
Although that specific post is talking about like a Sword Art Online character, so yeah.
Yeah. God.
Yeah. I don't think I ever actually played in a tournament for it. I did know how to play it, but I just kind of gave up. Because I just didn't really want to play.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I think all of the Bushiroad tournaments I took part in were Buddy Fight ones. Which led to a weird situation of people actually knowing me in person only as Rabbit, because they knew about a deck that I played, because I was the only one who played it online. Ah, Slime King. Still the funniest deck to drop. With no warning whatsoever.
Nice. I still love just the art is great, but I remember you telling me about it of just like it's just pretty unexpected in several ways.
I mentioned that
It's
it's
great.
like it has 3 lines of text on it, but it has something like 12 different effects in there just because of the way it's worded.
God.
And if you like, people will just not realize that and die by attacking into it. Because it turns out one of the things it shuts off is an immunity to being destroyed by other cards.
Oh,
It's like,
what?
okay. So they would throw out like monsters that couldn't be destroyed by spells, get into a fight, and then they go, "No, I kill you." Just outright kill it. They're like, "You can't do that." And like, my Slime King says I can.
God. The only other card game story I know that I feel like is kind of on the same level that is someone going to like a Full Metal like Alchemist card, like the
Oh yeah,
2003
Metal
game. Yeah,
Alchemist card.
yeah,
Card
yeah.
game.
Going to like a tournament of like the person who has like I think there's a character that can make zombies, and like how it's written, you can just kind of keep drawing them, and like you can just kind of keep going and just have like your whole deck each turn or something like
Yeah.
that. And it was like she like you brought in there, it's like and just kind of use that, and like the judges are brought over like and like oh actually one of the judges is like a designer of the game, and it's like hey is this legal? And he looked at it, it's like it shouldn't be. It is. It shouldn't be though.
Yeah. Going out on a game designer is always hilarious. I've not gotten to do
Yeah.
that much. Only a couple board game ones. Weird indie board games that people were
What the?
fell outside the world.
Oh, right, because this part
You're in the
is
back
weird.
rooms.
We're retreating from the back rooms.
There's a babe there, so I was correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, this
Yeah.
part is like infamous. Okay? You have to be extremely careful.
Yeah, or you'll no cliff into the back rooms. Yeah.
Someone did a Doom WOD for like back. Well, I think it's in more of an animation than the WOD, but yeah.
I know. Ooh,
There's a
Whoa!
you can move right round, baby, right round like a hurricane. Right round, right round.
Like a
Isn't
hurricane?
it a record?
Oh, like a record. But
Baby,
I think
right
at some point, like hurricane gets brought up.
Fuck.
I think that's the lyric.
I get to know your name, and if I could get your private number, baby.
Oh, boy.
All I know is that to me, you look like a lot of fun. Open up your lovely arms, I want some, want some. I set my sights on you, and no one else would do. Ah, where was I? Oh yeah, there's a Doom mod called Lilith.pk3.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It's yeah. Basically, the whole gimmick of it is that it's meant to feel like a glitched out haunted game, and it does that really spectacularly because it uses engine bugs in a specific like source port.
Z Doom. If you try to play it
Yeah.
in not Z Doom, it sends you to a level called This Isn't Z Doom,
Yeah.
and you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, it's really spectacularly made. It comes across as incredibly eerie, just like throughout.
There's a seagull in here? Fucking
Yeah.
hell. Seagull.
Yeah,
Okay.
got to get that 100% kill rating.
Well, I mean, kills are kind of broken.
Oh, these guys are outside.
How do I get out there? That's the end.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me see if I can-
PK3 is just a really interesting idea for a Doom WOD. It's just
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
the
okay.
the whole point of it was to give the feeling that you're in a creepypasta. You know?
Nice.
I heard someone, like, describe it as, like, as Doom via Alzheimer's.
Hmm.
I like mine sunny
Huh.
side up.
I don't know what that means, Duke.
Yeah.
It's Doom, but, like, you can recognize some of it, but not all of it, and what little you can just fades away quickly.
Hmm. Oh I almost forgot about the other Bushy Road game that we equally do not talk about, Luck and Logic. You
No?
may know this one from. You know that one gif of like an anime girl failing to eat chicken? And it's like animated at like 100 frames per second kind of nonsense?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they blown the entire animation budget for this episode on a girl eating chicken nuggets. Yeah,
Hmm?
that's the Luck and Logic anime.
Oh no.
You can imagine what the game is like, and go, oh no.
Bring all
Yeah.
your guns.
God. Oh.
Yeah.
That's it though. It is really funny to see like art of like when people draw like anime girl eat a hamburger. That's funny, but yeah, that one animation just so weird because, okay, it's really weird to me specifically because she's not even really eating the chicken nugget right. It's like she's nibbling on it wrong somehow. Like she's not actually. It's like the most awkward way to eat a chicken nugget.
Why?
And it's just so weird.
I gotta find a way to get over there.
But God, yeah, I can see why you you don't really want to talk about the card game for the anime of girl eating
Yeah.
a chicken nugget wrong.
Like, the first promo was, oh, promo card that they announced, like, literally the first, like, card they showed off to show what cards look like in the game was, oh, this is a cool monster, guys. Like, I can't even remember what the monster was. It's like, okay, cool. The second one was a naked anime girl.
God, yeah.
Yeah. And it was all downhill from there.
Most interesting.
I need you to know that this, like, girl eating a chicken nugget, assuming Discord has let me upload it, I don't know if it has. Anyway, this goes on for a solid, like, 2 minutes. Just, like, the smoothest animation.
God, I'm opening the browser and oh God, she really is eating it so wrong. Like she's
Yeah.
not even taking a bite out of it and just
I think she's meant
God.
to be, I don't know, someone who's only just incarnated in a human body for whatever reason. I don't know what the backstory of that is, because I cannot think of any other explanation for that. And it's like, done really, like, why are you zooming in on these bits? Why are you putting so much detail into, like, it just makes me feel gross watching it.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I get out? I thought the pushing the thing would make it so I could get out easily, but there has to be another way out.
The Luck and Logic anime apparently had next to nothing to do with the game. Like, they don't play card
Oh.
games in the series.
There we go.
But the actual thing about it is, apparently the card game is really good. I'm told it's really well designed, it's got a lot of interesting mechanics, and I do not know a single person who would be caught dead playing it in public. Like, people would go, okay, I'll play the My Little Pony card game, sure. Because that had less stigma attached to it.
Yeah, God. This fucking animation is haunting me. Like I don't feel gross watching it, but it does. It's some terrible, like, emotion. It's a weird vibe. The vibe is sort of rancid.
Should I just delete it from voice chat?
No, I think you can keep it there. I just have it open. Like it didn't load in the in Discord. I had to open it in my
Yeah, it's
browser.
not loading for me. It's... Like, I can't even imagine what you're saying. There's so much more to it. This goes on for several minutes.
A girl who
Not several minutes. It goes on for long enough that you go, huh, this is weird.
yeah, God, for 2 minutes. Oh God, 2 minutes of that. Girl who
It's
used to
like
be
it's like when
and
furry artist tries to draw feet and you can tell if they're into it.
I think that's anyone who draws feet, to be honest. Or like they're into like a specific thing, and they draw anything that's just vaguely related, and you're like, ah, like, like, like no, hey, shame in particular per se, but it's just like, oh, and like you can like tone it down. Also, I love the animation of these bouncing.
See, I actually picked a shorter GIF of it because, like, again, there's more to. We're watching a bomb go up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pineapple bomb.
it's a WebP image. No wonder it didn't want to load right or embed right on Discord. Why did a web? I mean, then again, the format itself isn't terrible. It's the fact that like nothing supports it
Oh
is
yeah, there's
annoying.
still no way to actually do anything with WebPs.
Other than using your browser.
So, the activation button for the bombs. When I was young, I thought that was like a ring.
Huh. No, it kind of looks like a ring because you don't see the rest of it.
Yeah.
So it does look like it could be a ring.
Yeah. Like I can
Ring
see
of-
that, just because
ring.
of the way it's done.
Yeah.
Just use the
Just-
bomb ring. And we got to wait for it to go back up.
Mm-hmm.
FPS 179. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe there's 179 first-person shooters.
181.
I mean,
177. 177.
There's almost as many frames per second here as there is in that GIF of the girl eating chicken.
I think there's
Yeah.
less frames in this. I think that meter is a lie.
Time to crash this bird.
Yeah. It's probably capped a lot lower than 178 frames per second. That must be the smoothest Duke Nukem.
God, which... You know, speaking of smooth things, like, it still bewilders me of, like, people with, like, really powerful gaming PCs, like, here's Minecraft with, like, I mean, okay, it looks good, surprisingly good, like, Minecraft with, like, really good lighting. Like, that can actually look pretty good. It gets weird when you have, like, the quote-unquote high texture packs that, like, try to go for, like, realism or whatever. It just looks like a really weird, like, Doom mod or something. Instead, like, those are always weird, but, like, it always bewilders me to be like, oh, here's a Minecraft, like, someone playing Minecraft with, like, live ray tracing and like 120 frames per second. And I'm like, man,
Destroy the one that does not stand the sun.
the sun.
So yeah, that's
Well,
kind
which
of
one?
like a puzzle.
Yeah, got a little puzzle going on.
I'm going to push a lock and logic off the page by just posting some high-res Minecraft photo.
Nintendo hired
Screenshot.
this man.
Oh wow, that looks really good. That looks like wow.
Yeah, these are multiple screenshots in each of these posts. And here's a ray traced Minecraft.
God, I feel like my it looks really good, but I think if I even tried to run that for a picosecond, my PC would melt itself.
Oh yeah, my computer is 2015, so it kind of chugs along, even with, Minecraft with only, well, not an extremely huge mod pack. So I kind of want to upgrade it, but also the main sticking point for upgrading it is graphics cards.
Yeah.
Because apparently some people decided they want to mine pictures of monkeys.
Which,
Yeah.
in good news about said monkeys, is that apparently their value like plummeted, like
Their
80 something percent.
value plummeted.
Yeah, I'm
It's
glad to
weird.
hear that they're losing more money.
Not only were your monkeys stolen, they plummeted in value.
Oh, what company was it? Was it Squaresoft who most recently announced they're getting into
Yes.
NFTs, and everyone went, "No, please do not."
Like, they
Yep,
sold
it was Square Enix.
for, like,
Mhm.
specifically NFT money.
Yeah.
Yep.
So speaking of when you're gambling, you should know to set a limit. Yeah. Do not
God.
bet Eidos Software Company.
Yeah. They gave up a lot of their like Western developers, even like I think Square Enix North America maybe. Like they
I
just
believe they're gonna never finish the Final Fantasy VII remake because they're mining cryptocurrency.
yeah.
You know, they've never been good about treating those Western companies right. So, this might be
But
a boom for those Western companies.
that's true, but I do hate the fact that a monopoly has gotten that much bigger because the company that bought them owns like 100, like I think around 150 game developer companies, and it's like, oh,
What company was it?
huh, um, great. Its name is like something that sounds really generic. It's like that.
You know what? There's a
What?
fad at one point to name like your tech companies like, oh, I'll call mine Skynet or Wayland Yutani or whatever. It's like nudge nudge wink wink. These are the evil companies. We're naming ourselves after them to be, ironic. And then it turns out, oh no, these just were evil.
Yeah.
Most of them
Oh,
just
okay.
getting bought out.
Yeah. Oh, the group name is, or the company name is Embracer Group,
Oh, is that the
which is
company owned by that one Saudi prince?
I don't know. It
where
could
did
be
Hickok go? Where? What?
under
how
the
is-
water.
What,
That's why
what
he's
is going
sniping
on?
you so good.
But yeah, there's a Saudi prince who owns a lot of video game companies. And it's
Embracer Group.
Uh-huh.
Oh, apparently Embracer Group is a Swedish company, but that doesn't completely rule out that it could be owned by this prince. Just the company's situated in Sweden. But yeah, what about this? I vaguely am familiar with this, but like, keep going.
Like, I know that,
With the Saudi prince.
like, he got SNK for, like, a certain amount of stake in SNK. And also that he has killed people.
Oh wait, yeah, that's wow. I
Like,
remember
direct-
hearing about this guy, or had, like, it's very likely that, yeah, he's responsible for their deaths. Yeah, God, I hate video games as a as
I
an
hate
industry.
companies.
Yeah, just overall.
Hate rich people. Down with the power. Or fight the power.
Row, fight the power.
No,
I mean,
not that.
the song is fun.
Whoa, fight the power.
Yeah, but it was made by a
It look-
shitty company.
Of course.
And also,
God.
nerds are just weird about it. Nerds just took things the wrong way. Or maybe they didn't. I haven't seen that.
I
Listen,
saw
you're
parts
not
of it. Yeah.
missing that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also didn't think I was.
Like, there are people who are huge fanboys of that series, and I do not get the hype.
You know what? There was some. There was. Okay. I saw like up to 10 episodes of the series, and it's like, oh, they almost had a really coherent. Like, there's some things going on, but it felt like it got kind of confused
I've
in
seen
like
the whole thing
following
twice
those.
because I had to watch it twice because that's what my brother insisted I do. It's not worth watching twice.
Yeah.
Like the
But yeah,
woman characters who they say is 14 and then later tried to backpedal that by saying, oh, our calendars are different.
yeah.
No, I didn't get that far in series. Oh dear.
She does appear in like the first episode, but I forget, but I don't know where they say that.
Yeah.
If it's the character I think it is, I know like there's a time skip later where she's like in her
There is a
20s.
time skip. They
But,
are
like-
all in their 20s by then, but like,
The art is
Yeah.
always of her when she's like
yeah,
younger.
she always
Yeah.
just looks the same.
Oh,
And she
especially for
always
art.
is wearing very little clothes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had to point out to someone that taking this kid character and not changing their like design at all doesn't and saying that you aged them up doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, of course, they didn't care what I had to say.
Yeah. Oop.
Yeah, there's no end of people who talk about, well, actually, it's fine if I age up characters and then do, like,
Don't even do that.
yeah. It's like, this is the same character as, like, oh, well, she's 18 now. It's,
The person also
Okay.
tried to say that they were short stacks too, but you can do that without like kid characters and make them look like adults.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about that term, but I'm assuming, like, that's someone who is meant to have, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Now I.
person above triple poisoned.
What? Oh yeah, I forgot
Oh,
about the triple poison
shooter,
weapon.
Yeah.
So I was like really confused for a second.
Platforming.
Love for that.
Oh,
No, it
Duke
honestly.
Nukem 3D platforming.
Okay, I have.
Fine.
Yeah, like honestly, this is
This
fine. That wasn't
platforming
too
is
hard or anything.
Yeah.
Which, no, to be honest, I do kind of enjoy how it's funny to me how much Doom Eternal actually focuses on platforming, like way more than you'd think it would, and it's just
Yeah.
kind of funny. That's a they really
Yeah,
devoted
actually,
time to
well,
this.
'cause you need to, like, you can't just do it the same way you do a normal platforming game. You have to, like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Put on your sandals, go in the lava.
Protective sandals. But yeah, they have like things to help out for the platforming. In that.
Yeah,
Because, like, as long as you're putting effort into the design, you can make it work. But, like, when you're just putting 3D platforming into your FPS in the 90s, early 2000s, I guess, usually it isn't going to be good.
Like Quake.
Yeah. Half-Life suffered from it in some points.
Yep.
yeah. God,
Once again, this is another exit room that looks like a similar room but is different. And hey, that part's from that level.
Time to crash this party.
Okay,
Oh, what up?
okay. Just looking at the secrets. Yep. That's a pretty well hidden secret.
Time to crash this party.
You can stop saying that now.
You know what? This sort of reminds me of the fact that I think the latest BuzzFeed game actually has like a setting to like to determine the frequency of quips.
I thought
I
you
think you
said
can set it to 0.
BuzzFeed for a second.
BuzzFeed, God.
Uh,
But Bubsy, yeah.
wait, there's something is blocking me there. What? Okay, that was weird. Okay. But yeah, Bubsy is kind of a lot like BuzzFeed.
I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a shame we can't tone down the quips of Duke.
yeah, this
Also, it's hard.
level pack kind of puts too many of them in it.
Yeah. Also, I still don't know if like things are starting to look up. It's supposed to be like an innuendo or something.
To what though?
I don't know. Like anything Duke says can sometimes sound like it's supposed to be an innuendo. Because I mean, look at the game. But like,
Like, he's just equalizing.
yeah,
No one's there to judge him except for aliens, but those will die.
yeah.
Oh, right, that explosion. This game is a jerk sometimes.
Yeah. I think overall it's pretty fine there, at least in this episode.
Yeah, this episode's pretty great, except for the quips. Oh, you know what? I think there is like an option for like, no, yeah, Duke talk.
Duke talk. And he left it on.
Yeah. Okay. Thing is, this level pack is also shorter than Duke It Out DC.
Nice.
Ah, fuck. I mean, it doesn't have the nightmare level of what was it called again? The museum place. The night of the museum place.
The Smithsonian?
Yeah, Smithsonian Terror. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah. Yeah, brain feelings.
Yeah, I understand completely.
Ow.
Just walk into the room, get. Know what? You got shot by the coconut gun, and it fired in spurts. And if since it shot you, it really did hurt.
Yeah. Hmm. Is there another switch to hit? I forget where it is. No, thought I would blow that up.
Yeah, I also thought it'd blow up.
Maybe there's another part of the level I didn't go to yet.
Yeah.
Seems like it. Nope. Uh,
You know what? Since we were talking about anime earlier, I just now remembered one newer anime that I definitely want to watch. I just need to remember how it's spelled here.
Time to crash this party.
Great, great. I forgot the name.
Can you
It's
briefly describe it to us?
yeah, it's no. Let me see if I can remember how to spell it. The no, what? Yeah, it's the anime about Zhang Liang, just like dying, during the romance of the Three Kingdoms, and like on his deathbed, he's like, "I wish to be reborn in a world without war," and he wakes up in the modern Japan, like club scene, and he becomes like a rapper, and like
okay. Okay.
this is great actually, because it's just like. And like, no, yeah, sure. Like, yeah, sure, have, like, and it's a guy of just, like, someone from the past going to the future. Like, no, what? I want to do club music. And,
Sure, why not at this point?
because, like, I
Like,
keep seeing. Oh, keep going.
And
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go more with, yeah, sure, why not at this point. But, yeah, like, I keep seeing, like, videos from it, from Andy on the Discord server. And it's like, this honestly looks like a fun time. Like, this looks like a really fun watch, Like, not the most. And like sometimes you just want something really fun. And just like. And the music from it sounds like is pretty great too. So it's like, yeah, why not? Why not just have reverse. Or I guess not reverse this guy. Oh, I guess it's kind of reverse this guy. Someone from the past coming to the future, just like, no, I'm gonna have a good time.
I mean, I just call that an isekai. Like, if you send someone to the future, you're just isekaiing them, you know?
the
Yeah.
Samurai Jack.
Yeah, Samurai Jack is an
yeah.
isekai.
Yeah. Great. I'm having trouble finding the anime. But yeah, no, it's great.
I don't know what you're, like, talking about. I couldn't name it, but it's like, sure, if it's any good, then okay.
Okay, well, I don't know what to do now.
Have them both point in the same direction.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, son of a.
God damn. Okay, there it is. Fuck you.
I don't know.
Made of bananas and a pull tie.
God, I was gonna say.
God.
I don't know if that was actually like. I know we had trouble finding that, but I don't know if like was that actually rude, or did it just our like just we messed up on our end.
Well, see, the thing is, it's my stream, and I can say whatever I want. No one can stop me.
I mean, we
Yeah,
can't
strictly
disagree with you,
speaking.
Yeah, but you can't stop
but
me.
yes.
I'm too powerful. You can't stop me.
Yeah. But God.
Oh my god. I just remembered apart from Honey, we shrunk ourselves. We're like the one lady one of the adult lady characters is like, nothing can stop me over the phone, because she's being like dramatic about like a social gathering, I guess.
Huh.
Honey, I Shrunk the Sexy Naked Anime Vixen.
Oh no.
Let's see, Anthro there. Anyway. Honestly, it
That was
sounds
your art
weird.
of that was your art of me being shrunken by the belladonna.
Oh, right. No, I don't. Did I draw you shrinking? I think I just drew you for
Yeah.
scale, but does she shrink people? Is that what
Yes.
her gimmick?
Well,
Okay, I thought
that
she was
was one
just
of her
really
spells.
giant. I
And
thought
you-
she was just really
and-
huge, and that's why you liked her so much.
And in that
was
screenshot,
like,
the
okay.
character was shrunk.
Ah, okay.
How would I know that? How do I know like what normal scale is for these characters?
Well, you
I
can
just
look at
drew-
the game.
Mm,
Also, the
I
fact
just drew her, and then I just drew like a tiny you in the corner for scale.
God. What? Oh, and I guess real quick, small diversion. Apparently, the anime I'm talking about, or anime, I think it was also manga. Yeah, also manga. In the West, it's called Ya Boy Kong Ming, since that's his last name. And I just love the premise of the famous military strategist Zhong Lang Koming met his demise in the Battle of Wushang Plains. On his deathbed, he wishes that his next life is in a peaceful place, free from bloodshed. He is reborn in his youth in modern Japan, appearing in the middle of a costume party for Halloween in the club district of Tokyo. And then, like, he just starts, he's just like, yeah, no, sure, love club life. Just having a great time, and I'm like, no, this is a great idea for a comedy. Is a guy, it's
Yeah.
great.
son of
God, no, what? I'm still thinking about that one manga we learned about recently. Of just
Oh,
like,
the French Revolution.
yes,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh,
Extremely buff Marie Antoinette. And it's
yeah,
like, on the one hand, like, death to kings. On the other, I am looking respectfully.
fuck.
yeah, same. The thing that gets me, right? If it was like Marie Antoinette fighting against some other royalty, no,
Sure.
sensing that there's some like oh, France is on the is about to collapse or something. We're gonna take over France, and then she I'm gonna lead my people to victory with my huge muscles. And it's like, yeah,
it's just
cool.
this
I'd be down for that.
context makes it uncomfortable.
Yeah, that it's like, oh, she's
It's like,
fighting
I
against the
wish it
People's
was.
Revolution, and it's like, damn, Yeah.
Although only because I am gay.
Yeah, same. And it's like, I wish she wasn't specifically fighting against the People's Revolution. Like, it's very specifically against the. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. That it's like, oh, she's gonna fight against those peasants fighting.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
What? God damn it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's a definite pattern in the kind of things I reblog with the tag I'm gay.
Nice. And also, I guess, real quick, seeing James go through this, it kind of reminds me of Minecraft, like, platforming. Because I know there's some people who do, like, parkour maps or whatever in
Yeah, the
Minecraft.
whole map's designed for that now.
Yeah, and it's kind of nuts, but, like, it is... Like, Minecraft wasn't, like, made for precise platforming, but it's just something that kind of came out of it. And that's how I feel seeing it in this game. Very much not made for platforming, but they're like, yeah, sure, we can pull this off.
Oi. There it is. Okay, over there. Wait. Yep.
Do you want to save after doing some of this platforming? Or, like, right at this door, I guess?
Thank God it reflects off walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, none of my Tumblr mutuals are in on this whole Dracula thing that's going on. But everyone is talking about the people who are talking about it.
God, out of
What?
context. Saying that whole Dracula thing is like,
Oh!
Yeah, I can give you the
I get-
context. It's just very funny that it is a thing at all.
Yeah.
Which is
context. It's like,
that,
oh, that Dracula man. What is up with his deal?
yeah, it's more about the novel Dracula.
Bram Stoker.
Yeah.
Because they know the specific dates that, like, pretty much every part of it is set, and so they're like, okay, we're just gonna post those on those dates.
God.
And it's like a good part of that novel would be shorter if they listened to the woman, who is like completely correct about things, and like their own whatever's is like getting in the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
misogyny.
Yeah.
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 God. No, I love the fact that, like, the Dracula novel has become popular again with a specific subset of Tumblr, and just like people making comics and such about it. Like I forgot the character name, but like older guy in the top hat. He's like listening to
Van
like the
Helsing?
native. Huh?
Van Helsing.
Yeah, Van Helsing. Like he's
Pretty
listening to
old.
people talk, and like in this comic, and then he's like certain words are popping out to him. He looks it up in a dictionary. And it's like, huh, vampire superstitions? Huh, that's weird. I guess I'll ask. I guess I'll ask Count.
Oh no, that's not Van Helsing. That's what's the guy called? I'm blanking on the name of
Von
the actual
Morrison?
name.
Von Hex.
Is it more?
No, it is not Von Hexing. He's a different guy altogether.
But yeah,
I'm
just
blanking on the name of that character. Then
I think something
Jesus
Morrison. I know there's a Morrison because of the Castlevania series.
You probably cheated, Bliss.
I mean, we didn't cheat here. We cheated in a lot of other places, so fair.
Well, they were annoying
Yeah.
to do legit, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
69 kills. Nice.
that's all.
Nice.
Well, oh, and also the
It
armor.
is. Yeah.
69
Double
out of
nice.
96.
Also, the only jetpack in this level pack.
Yeah.
Oh wow. But yeah, love everything about people getting back into Dracula for the fact that everyone pointing out like, huh, because this takes place in the pre-Dracula world, like everything here is like kind of suspenseful. There's some build up to things, but like reading it in the in the world after Dracula is a known quantity is just like, oh, this is so obvious that there's a Dracula happening,
I
that
do
there's
not
vampires.
blood. Me having been exposed to decades of Dracula in media. Oh, I bet you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I never drink
I
wine.
do not drink wine. That's it. Why does it say I do not drink blood? That would be like reverse Dracula. God, I do not drink wine. God, it's
Where's
like an
that music
iconic
coming
line.
from?
Yeah,
Is it the statue?
it's-
Maybe? And it seems to have Duke quotes? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. A part of me wonders if it's something you're supposed to fall
Oh,
in.
okay.
Oh.
There it
Oh,
is.
maybe in there. Are you not gonna check out the rest of it in case there's more
Oh,
to it?
what?
Oh, it
God
closed.
damn it. Okay. Just checking to see if that other door opened. There's another FPS game that's a Doom total conversion called Adventures of Square, where there is hot sauce, but it works more like the spicy curry from Smash Brothers.
I forgot how it
It's
works in
originally
Smash
from
Brothers.
Kirby's Dream Land.
Ah, okay, works exactly like Kirby. Alright. Gotcha.
The fire spews out of the character's mouth and they move forward on the map.
Yeah.
It's also kind
Kirby's.
of invulnerability as well.
Yeah, sort of. Kirby's
In-
Dream Land
in-
also had.
The Adventures of Square.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kirby's Dream Land, way back in the Game Boy, didn't have like power copying, it just had you can inhale and spit out enemies. It did have like those items. It had the curry, it had a lollipop that would make you invulnerable and destroy anything you touched.
Maximum.
And it had, yeah, Maximum Tomato, obviously. It also had like a mint leaf that you would inhale, and that would just make you like have unlimited flight, but you could spit whilst flying and not fall. So
Yeah.
it was like a battle against a blimp as one of the boss fights. That you're just
Yep.
in midair fight against it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe the Kirby game immediately after that was the one that introduced the copy abilities.
Yep, Kirby's Adventure.
Yeah,
Which got a
for the NES.
GBA remake.
Yep. Which is, oh, I suppose most of the GBA games that were remakes of things were Super Nintendo ones, but that's like, oh no, I suppose those would really be ports. This would be a remake or better graphics, you know?
Yeah. Oh, this puzzle's annoying. There it goes.
Thanks.
Last level of the map.
Nice.
Oh, and there's the boat we've had. Sunk, I guess.
Our boat.
Each time.
Our poor boat.
Where is it?
Hold on. Like, okay. That fucking. Yeah, we're almost 3 hours into the stream and we're almost done. We usually take 4 hours, sometimes longer. But yeah, this one's a short episode.
I guess it'll be a short episode in both cases of the word.
Yep.
Yep.
For a second, I thought that snorkel was a trombone or something. Just because I only saw the curved bit.
You got the trombone.
Combat trombone.
Oh, like in Bayonetta.
Oh god,
Sure.
yeah. Love that thing.
I think it's trumpet,
Just-
but okay.
Yeah, I think it is a trumpet, but it's like you just charge it up and then shoot a big energy blast out of it.
Yep.
God. You know what? Real quick, shout out to Bayonetta, and specifically the artists who when tasked with coming up with concept art of Bayonetta had like at least dozens of different versions of like in different outfits and fashions and like god, it's just so great. And also she does quite like some art of like very domestic Bayonetta and Jean, which is great. I think one of my favorites is just like Jean like just still asleep in bed and Bayonetta just like trying to get her awake, which is a really cute little domestic scene. Love
Or
it.
sleep.
Love witches being gay.
I like mine.
Also, yes, let her sleep. No, I'm
Punching
trying to
it.
think, didn't it? I'm wondering if I ever linked that art on the gayest room ever server of Bayonetta. No, this isn't the exact art, but it is based on it. So, like, I'm gonna repost this in voice chat because I can. No one can stop me.
Now he's home.
I can't believe Duke Nukem was Homer this entire time.
I can't believe we've been playing that. The. Was it just called Simpsons Doom? That was
Yeah.
Doom, but Simpsons sprites?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway. Virtual Springfield at least gave us a poem.
Oh god. Someone I follow did like a Doom map, but they intended for players to play it with Simpsons Doom. this entire area was optional.
Oh, huh.
Music sources are kind of weird. Yeah, good.
James is sweeping everything off her table.
This is a desk.
Yeah. I need a actual proper computer desk at some point, but like I'm back into the I may be moving house soon mode that makes me not want to buy furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if, as I said, this job application actually goes through and I end up going, okay, I might just live in Wales now. The house twice as big.
A house twice as big can fit twice as many skirts in it. Maybe more.
Listen, I can fit a lot of skirts in this apartment. Didn't really pan out in getting a wardrobe though, so yeah.
Yeah.
Just no way to actually get into the house. It's a very narrow entrance corridor. Okay.
That opens that. Which opens that.
Yeah.
No, I. No, it is just that this episode is kind of like this. Cause I remember you mentioning. Well, I still remember like a guide on how to make like layout secrets for like your maps or whatever, being a bit obnoxious. But yeah, some of these aren't that bad or anything.
Ah, fuck. Okay. Shrink already! Okay. Wanna play it that way? Fine.
Yeah. You have plenty of coconut gun. So yeah. That said, it's still weird, interesting to me that are they immune to being drunk or is it
No,
just?
they're not. I thought they
Oh.
were, but they're not.
Huh. Then that's just weird.
Yeah, it's hitbox weirdness. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, that's the
It
solution
just
for
reforms into stick bug.
solution to a puzzle.
I haven't been stick bugged in so long. I think people have forgotten it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck.
Which only means we need to bring it back to the world.
Now!
It is an omen of good times and joy to see some video and then get stick bugged.
Tumblr is telling me I have nothing tagged as stick bug or stick bugged. And like, you're lying to me.
Yeah, I hate that Tumblr does that sometimes.
Oh, wait. Well. There
Yeah.
we go.
Sunglasses off, too big for Duke. See, Duke doesn't give any of his catchphrases whilst he's tiny, but I can only assume that he gives a squeaky, high-pitched version of them.
Yeah, it's one of the few good things about Forever.
Yeah.
The Duke Burger level as well, where like enemies are shrunk and you can step on them before you even encounter them. Oh, well, I don't need to be here right now. To go back. Okay, so remember the shapes?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Well, that's what happens when you press the wrong one. Okay.
Dreadful. Okay, this isn't too bad if it's just over here.
Yeah. So the red one is yeah. Okay. It is time to limbo. You're poking closer.
God, my brain process was destroyed by that annoying bouncy sound. Because I was about to say something about limbo. Of like, no, I never really had the opportunity to do so. Slash, like, why is limbo also the name of?
Yeah.
Oh, why is limbo also the name of purgatory? I think.
It's
Like, I'm
kind
not.
of purgatory.
Like, I don't know exactly if there's a difference or like one came before the other.
I have
But
no idea.
yeah,
Yeah. I've never taken part in a limbo competition, which is strange because cartoons I watched as a kid convinced me that it was an everyday occurrence.
they really did. Huh. Also, quicksand. That you'd encounter a lot more quicksand than than you ever will.
And it was also more fatal.
I mean, quicksand is pretty dangerous, you know.
Also,
But
cartoons.
yeah,
Also, in cartoons, getting eaten isn't fatal.
yeah. God, it's. Oh God, this room's. Oh,
Remember that episode,
so many enemies.
remember that episode of Foster's where like guy accidentally thinks of a pizza friend and is like, "How do you do? I love you," and they immediately eats it and with the screaming.
Oh God, yeah, I do remember that now that you mention it. I've forgotten about it, but thanks. I got. Yeah, God, Foster's such a weird show.
Oh yeah, early Powerpuff Girls, like the pilot, the first pilot, they like turned
Whip
like
ass girls.
no, not that. The first shown on Cartoon Network.
What the ass girls?
Yeah, the first shown on
Those-
Cartoon Network. Oh, Zeon is in chat. Quicksand is dangerous, but it's not as threatening as movies can make it out to be.
See also Bermuda Triangle. What else is there?
Generally, the body is too boiling in to go under. People who die of dehydration and exhaustion.
Yeah.
That's terrifying, but good to know. In case I ever get stuck in quicksand.
Yeah.
I know, like, grain silos are very dangerous.
And
Yeah.
manifestation of the buried. Sorry, I've
But
been
yeah,
listening to a lot of magic. Sorry. I was like,
I was talking about one of the first pilots, where like the mayor is a completely different person and like everything. So like
Well,
in that pilot, Fuzzy Lumpkins is turning everything into meat, and like when they defeat him, they turn him into a hamburger and serve him to people.
God.
I was like, Jesus.
Yeah. That's a bit. I can see why they tone it down a bit,
Well, yeah.
you know,
well,
for the show. That said, though, God, have you all ever heard about the unaired final episode
which
for Powerpuff Girls,
no.
where the villain is basically very, very, oh, not, you know, very like barely. Or great, getting tongue tied.
Okay, you
The
continue.
oh, beach dig a hole. Huh, interesting. But yeah, just real quick, like the villain of the episode was like basically communism, but like the person spreading communism was kind of like a Satan figure, and it's like for some reason, yeah, it was really weird. And it's like Professor Utonium talking about like
It has
capitalism. Oh,
it's it actually did air.
I think it like aired once or so, but it
Yeah.
didn't like
And
really
it
air
was-
again.
I think it had to do with flashing lights.
Yeah, that too. But it was just like I know they got complaints about it being like oddly really political, like way more than they thought. You know, the Powerpuff Girls would be, and just capitalism. Oh, but yeah, but yeah, you know that's really interesting. That
Oh, huh.
the chance you already have if you go to the beach, dig a hole, fill it with water, throw enough sand in for your foot to get trapped when you stand it. Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Done that plenty of times. Grain silos are wild for a reason because of the way grain silos work.
Succumb to the wheat, but probably.
Way more dangerous. The tip is just don't enter a grain silo unless qualified.
You must know the secret lore before you can enter the grain silo. God, wait, no. I just thought of something.
Oh no.
A dungeon, like a fantasy dungeon, except one of the traps is like a grain silo, where it's like at the top of it, there's like, oh, there's some gold and like magic pendant or whatever at the top. It's like, oh, I'll just walk in like over here and like get it. And, like, you know, the first outside layer is just like sand on the floor, but if you get closer to the center, it's just straight up a grain silo, and
Yeah.
that's it. You just die.
Also, the boss has different design. They actually changed this design as well.
Nice.
Beach ball. All hail the cosmic beach ball.
Okay.
Oh,
That went way quicker than it should have. I know one saw grain silos are potentially explosive too if proper maintenance isn't carried out. I know one of the Saw movies had like people trapped in a grain silo and then tools thrown at them. Like, you didn't need the second step.
It's time to limbo.
But yeah, that's it for this map pack, level pack. It's a pretty good one.
yeah, that was pretty fun. Like, it was fun to watch. It didn't seem like too mean or anything. It's just like a fun old time.
Yep.
Looking forward to the next one or whatever.
Well, I'm just gonna do episode 4, which I didn't do back in the day. for some reason.
Uh,
But yeah.
but
That's
um,
that's it, everyone. That's the end of the stream.
That's it. We nuked
thanks for
them.
watching. Thanks for watching Duke Caribbean Life's a Beach, and also listening to us ramble about the public education system. Why we like literature analysis, other miscellaneous things like terrible anime fans,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I'm kind of, I know I'm kind of thrown out of just like, that was really quick and easy. But yeah, this is a good time.
Xeon says
Yeah.
any industrial job that involves the potential to have dust in the air is technically a massive fire risk.
Good coffee break talk. Yeah, thanks.
Also
Nice.
says that.
Yeah, we just do like 4 hours of coffee break talk.
It's only
Yeah.
been 3 hours and 7 minutes.
Well, in this case, yeah, but in all of the other episodes, 4 hours.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
See y'all next time. Next time.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.